Hello everybody. You know what time it is.
Hi.
Oh, you saying hi too, buddy? Yeah. Declan's here too, so. Oh, I forgot. I gotta turn my phone on too. See, while we got you here, we got these other people over here that are saying, hey, I want to be on there too. So, I'll talk to them too. Dry Ice Cubes, you're still in bed, but hey, that's all right. And Dry Ice Cube says, hi, Declan. So here we go. Checking the connection. Checking my connection. My connection is great. Then start my broadcast, y'all. There we go. All right. We got people coming in over here. We got people coming in over there. Everywhere. There we go. Let's see if we get this. The stand is not as good as I want it to be here. Okay. Okay. Lots of lights here. I don't know how to fix that. So, okay. I know it's pretty lit up over here. Evening Otaku Girl, Andy Platinum, Dry Ice Cubes happening over here. Alright. So let some people come on in. I'll tell you what's going on while I'm cutting things up. I got a lot of work to do tonight, so I'm going to be pretty busy. And that's okay. You guys can ask me whatever you want, as usual. Tonight is a AMA. Tell me what you want.
I want you, Mr. Spencer.
That's right, fellas. Food Game, available on Amazon right now. Food Game, go and buy a copy right now.
Hi, everyone.
I love you,
Hello,
boys.
hello.
Oh, did we have a good day?
We did have an extraordinary day.
We had
Very
fun. We went down to the Scottish Festival, the Highland Games down in Long Beach today. And it was great. I had haggis. Yeah, haggis. And watched some people do the caber toss and throwing rocks and bales of stuff. And it was pretty awesome. Enjoyed it very much. Found my tartan today. I've been trying to find my tartan for years. Finally found it. And it's on the official registry, but we can't find a couple of things. Because, I mean, I can find the tartan, but I need to find my crest and all that. And I did years ago in Scotland, but nobody can seem to agree on where the tartan actually is from. So, I don't know. But I do know that I'm making soup. We're making spring vegetable soup tonight, everybody. And as usual, guess what? I don't use recipes. Red, you're here. Yumi, Ben, what's up? You're near Catalina. Are you on Catalina? Because Catalina's awesome. We love Catalina. Oh, we got a lot of people over here. Okay. How do I do this? How can I scroll that down? Way to move that down? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay, what do we got? Finished dinner, eating hot rice porridge with Mom. Oh, very nice. Cool. In Plano. Cool. I know where Plano is. We got friends there. And send out a hello to everybody. Thank you. Yumi. Everybody over here. Everybody over there. Ever awesome. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm making fresh vegetable soup. Like I said, no, I do not have recipes. I wonder if it's better if I put you guys over here. Let's try this. How's that? Is that better? You guys see me over here? I think that's better. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a couple of real quick tips, because what I've got here is I got all kinds of vegetables. I got celery, peppers, I got sweet potato, I got carrots, I got some tomato stuff, I got tomato in a can, I got some kidney beans, I got fresh rosemary I just picked the other day. Lots of stuff. I got some meat. I'm going to make meatballs. There's going to be meatballs in the soup. That's right. That's how I roll. Now, I'm going to chop up some carrots that we've already pre-cut a little bit. Get those in there. And I got more carrots. I got fresh carrots. But I'm going to tell you one of the tricks. Woo! All right. People are coming in. Make sure to join Discord. That's right. Now, should I have the Discord on now while I'm doing this or after? I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, let's get back to the cooking at hand. We can talk about some coaching stuff because Kim and I did a really good relationship workshop last night. And that'll be available for some people in the near future. And it was great. We went over a lot of great stuff. All about communication and seeing the matrix so you can get closer with your friends and your family and people that are in your business, etc. So anyway, back to this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting up more carrots. I've got onions already in there. And here's the big tip, guys. Here's the big tip. What did I start the soup out with? What did I start the soup out with? That's something you want to know. Because when you start a soup out, you need a base of flavor. So I started the soup out with chopped up bacon. Sauteed a little bacon in there with some olive oil, and then start throwing these things in. Start throwing the vegetables. So you're layering things as you go. This is not rocket science, guys. Seriously, it's very cool. It's very easy, and bacon is a winner. That is correct, Dry Ice Cubes. Bacon is always a winner. I don't care who you are, that's true right there. So, I'm on the carrots now. So what you do, you start off with the onions, and then the carrots and celery usually, because that is known as a mirepoix.
A mirror what?
A mirepoix.
A mirror what?
A mirepoix.
A mirror what?
I said pois, you hard of hearing. So a mirepoix is carrots, onions, and celery, and it is the base of all French cooking.
Base of everything.
So, what no? I don't know. There's somebody behind the screen lurking and saying words. I don't know. So chop, 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 chop. Getting these carrots in there. Another reason why the carrots go in next is because they take longer to cook. So this is how it goes. You're taking your time doing things in a row in a certain order. So the carrots I always go put in first. Now I've put in now any like root vegetables, things like that would go in now. I have some beets, but I'm going to save the beets for something else. So I was going to put some, we'll see how much vegetable action I get right here, right? It's not way you parked your car. All right. Almost done. A little bit more, and then we'll move on to the next vegetable and we'll chit-chat. I just got to get it going because I'm trying to make this thing go as quick as possible so I can get this thing done so we can eat it tonight. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Who's over here? Everybody's kind of stopped talking over here on Unlocked, so you've said hi. Say hi again. See what's going on. All right. That will go next. All right. Next.
Oh, that's cold.
Celery. So the cool thing about celery is, so you've got tips here, right here. Usually they're like this. Here we go. So you get a tip. Sometimes they're on there. Sometimes you can use those celery leaves for other things. But yes, use a mirepoix on your pasta sauce. Very good idea. So what I usually do, I cut the tip off here and down here where you see that's kind of dirty. I get rid of that. So I just go, and boom, done. But I actually put it all together. So I'll cut like 4 or 5 of them at once, put them in a row, match them all up, and then chop the top off. Now, I got all these great celery bits, and these celery bits, you can use these in, like, gosh, I don't know. You can use them in compost, actually, is the best thing to do. So what I'm going to do now, is that Declan back there? Hey, Decky, you want to say hi to everybody? That's a soup. See, that's my soup, and that's hot, 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 hot. And these are awesome people watching me cook this awesome soup. Hi. Hi.
Anything else you'd like to say to them? Did you poo-poo?
Yes.
Declan.
Well, there you have it, kids. He's like, yes,
I
pooped.
appreciate your honesty. Do you want
There he
to?
is. Over here.
You want to say anything else? You what? Oh. What else do you love? Oh, look at all the hearts that you're getting, Decky.
Whoa.
Do you see all the hearts?
They're tap, 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 tap,
Woo!
tap.
We got 1,000 hearts! Yay!
Hey, thank you.
How do you
Adorable.
say? How do you say?
What do you say?
What do you say? Can you say thank you? Declan?
You say thank you? Say blow kisses. A blow kiss over here. All right.
And
Daddy,
then
get
you
back to
say,
it.
Good night.
Take a nap. All right. There you go. I mean, come on, people. Is that not the cutest boy ever? All right. Let's see. Oh, dry ice cubes understood every word. That's good. That's very important.
I understood every word.
How is it that I can't see? Oh, because I have to do it this way. Derp. There we go. Celery, money, money. Ha, 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 funny. Knife skills. I'll show you knife skills in a second. Okay, where are we here? So everybody said hi. There you go. You said hi. Okay, so now I put all my celery together like that, and then yes, we start chopping the crap out of it. So we go. And it gets pretty messy over here. I got celery all over the place. Doing that many together, it's kind of difficult to move super fast, but I'm getting it done pretty good. I think it's kind of funky at the end here. All right, go, go, go. One more. Huh. 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 Ha. There we go. All right, now I got my celery. So let's take the celery, put that in the soup. Here we go. Celery. Okay, if you guys are taking notes, then understand, remember, Mirepoix, M-I-R-E, second word, poix, P-O-I-X, Mirepoix. Stir everything up. Let it cook. So I've had the onions in there, a little bit of bacon, like two pieces of bacon, chopped up, sauteed. And I've got all this doing its thing. And I've got lots more to chop up and work with. See, the main thing I want to do is get everything into the pan, get it cooking, and then I start doing the spicing up. That's how I work. So we got our pepper here. Remember how I showed you how to cut it across these two, the lines here. You got a line here and a line there. So that you want to cut across here to here.
Naked girl,
like this.
naked boy.
Boom. See how I cut across that? And now what I've got is this piece right here. All good. All good to go. See what I did there? So I cut it. Boom. Now you do it with the other three sides. There we go. Oh. And see, you're able to cut right down the side, so when you get it, you get all of the seeds and junk there. And you can throw that away and move on. And sometimes you get some seeds, but you just gotta pop them out of there and scrape them off and go about your business. So anyway, so we went to the Scottish Highland Games today, had a great time. Like I said, I had my haggis, and if you've never had haggis, don't be afraid of it. It's really tasty, actually. It's like a big sausage. I first had it in Edinburgh, Scotland, at Deacon Brodie's Tavern, which is my favorite place to go get it in the world because of the memories and the fact that it's on the Royal Mile in Scotland, just south of the castle, which is kind of awesome. So I like to go there. I've been there a few times. So next time I go over there, of course, that's where I will make a beeline to. Zip on over there and chow down on some haggis, tatties, and neeps. Haggis, tatty, Anips. I know, it's ironic that it is used as an insult, but you know what? It's actually quite good. It's very reminiscent of boudin. And if you have ever been in New Orleans or down in Cajun country, near New Orleans, you've had boudin, probably, and it's a very ricey sausage. So there's a lot of rice in there, and haggis is similar, only they use oats. So it's a very oaty kind of sausage. And once you cut it up and, serve it, it kind of falls apart a little bit more. Like this one today had a lot of oats in it. And they were definitely using the full grain oats, like in, I forgot the brand name, but it's the Irish oatmeal it comes in the white tin, and it's really good, but it was just a little too much. It was like, here's some oatmeal and some meat. So, still tasty, just saying. Stir. Oh, I forgot. Whenever you got vegetables in a pot like this, be sure and add salt. Because you want to get that salt around there, because the salt draws the moisture out of the vegetables. So remember that. Okay, let's move on. So I've got another. This is going to be a messy one. You can already tell. Messy latte. Oh, not so bad. I did okay. I got more. Damn it. I got most of it without the seeds. We're all good. No bite marks this time. Yes, well, that was the other one. Actually, I just cut the one that he got into. He only really likes orange ones. I mean, he'll eat the other ones, but it's all about the orange ones. I mean, his favorite color is yellow, but he goes for the orange ones. I mean, you'd think he would go for the yellow ones. I have watched Gordon Ramsay. As a matter of fact, I've auditioned for MasterChef twice. And I did not get on. So, there you go. But I don't know. I might do it again sometime. Give it a try. See what happens. I mean, some of those guys are really good. I'm like, I don't know. They're like, okay, now on the round we're going to do some baking. I'm like, do you have a book that I can look at? Because I have no freaking clue about baking. So, I would just stand there and look like an idiot. Okay, I'm going to make a something. I would have no idea. Anyways, hey guys, this is about cooking, but it's also about coaching and mindset and all of that. I don't want to make you guys think you can't ask me deeper questions other than, hey, what about some celery? I got some good news. So, on my podcast, which is every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m., which may not happen next week on Thursday. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do this. So we are going to be in San Diego because we're going to a Brendan Burchard event. What's up, Grandpa? What's going on?
What you got cooking there?
I'm cooking up some fresh spring vegetable soup, and I'm on live right here. So, right about here, you're live.
You're good.
Okay.
I'll just stay online.
Okay. I moved it over a little bit for you. So let's see. Still faster than I go. There we go. Oh, well, thank you, Red. I would love to be on MasterChef. All right, one more, last one. So I've got red, orange, and yellow peppers. See how it's fresh, spring vegetable kind of thing?
Smells good.
I mean, thank you, sir. I mean, it's not really, it's not quite spring yet. I think March 21st. Something like that. I think it's in March, right? I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to be down in San Diego next week for about 5 days. So I may be doing a live from there, but I'm not sure of the setup because I'm supposed to be in the event on Thursday morning. So, 9 a.m. may not be actually a possibility. And I don't know how to do Twitch like on my phone. Because, it could be kind of cool to do a live stream from the event so you guys can see what these events are like. If you want like personal growth and business, etc., that's kind of that's what these events are for. And these are some of the teachers. Like this teacher, this coach is Kim's coach, who it's Brendan Burchard. He's Oprah's coach. Oprah, yeah. So Oprah's coach is my wife's coach. How about that? Kind of cool, huh? Oprah's coach is my wife's coach, and he's coached me as well. But my wife is a certified high performance coach, so she's one of his coaches, which is pretty freaking awesome. And by the way, she's amazing. And so we're going to be going down there and to do some training there. I don't know who else we're going to see there, but I'm sure there'll be a couple other speakers that were there, maybe like Dean Graziosi or Lewis Howes or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But if you guys would be interested in that, that'd be kind of cool. I could show you that, maybe. Kind of walk around the event and kind of show you what's happening live. All right, so now I've got all my peppers. I've got a sweet potato. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now the sweet potato, it's harder, but it cooks pretty fast and it gets mushy. So I'm actually gonna save that till the end. So these, I will go ahead and do the zucchinis, throw them in. And once I get the zucchini and the yellow squash in, then I will start add some canned ingredients and some spices, etc., and so on. So very simple how to cut these things. I've shown you guys before, cut it in half, lay the flat side down, you can cut it again and then chop, 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 chop. Very quick. Very easy. Alright, we got that, and now we got the orange squishy squish. So, trust in spring in Canada doesn't mix with snow. Of course it does. I love Canada. I've been to every major city except Winnipeg, I think. And Quebec City. So I don't know if you guys would say that's all major cities. Depends on what you think a major city is. I don't know. But I know that it's fun. One of my favorite trips I ever did was I went from Calgary up to Jasper through Banff and just drove it straight through. It's like 4 hours. And I just drove straight through, stayed the night up in Jasper, hung out there for a little while, and then drove back the next day. And stunning. It was stunning, 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 beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, ridiculously beautiful. There were lakes that were crystal clear blue, crystal clear green. I walked down to the edge of the water, looked to my left, and saw a big bear paw print that was pretty fresh. So I made some noise and moved. Let's see. Okay, now I have some mushrooms. Now I'm going to chop the mushrooms. I chop a little bit off the side like this. I'm just doing real quick. I'll cut like a little bit right there, and then I'll turn it where the flat side is, and then chop, 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 then turn it and chop, 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 chop. So it sounds like this. What do you hear that, buddy? Are you a monster? Are you gonna go scare Granddad? You gonna scare Grandpa? There's a dinosaur in the house, y'all. It's gonna get screamy in just a second. Here it comes. Where's that monster? Where's the monster? Oh, do you want to say hi to everybody again? Here, let me wrap you up. Wrap you up. Put your hand in there. There you go. Ready, right there. And you're wrapped up. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you dinosaur. Scare him. Scare him. Scare him again. All right, buddy. Off you go. Are you scared? Are you scared? Are you? Are you scared? So, everybody loves Decky the Dino. He is a very scary, scary monster. Aren't you, buddy? You a scary monster? Yeah? Okay. Alright, so I chopped up all my mushrooms. And then I got a big pot here, man. So what's... A what? Oh, car dance? Time for the car dance. You guys can't see the car dance because he does it naked. So it's a naked car dance. You know, like I do sometimes. All right. Now, I have a lot of veggies in there. I'm going to have a little bit more. We're going to slap down this bad boy, take off the junky stuff. And you kind of go through and look at it. If there's like, you know, spots, you just kind of pop them off. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, that's not right. Get this one off. The cars. I know, you got the cars. Time for bed, buddy. You got to get your cars out of there. Ooh.
Take your cars, love.
There's some deep junk on this one here.
You
Yes.
got 3 cars.
3 cars, buddy. You heard Mama.
Okay. Now well, honey, I think those are too big for your underneath pillow.
You will not sleep well with those big cars under your pillows, huh? But they make for good dancing. He's spinning
It's a
around right now.
beautiful
It's really cool.
dance.
I use this is my favorite one is a Cutco knife. It's really the handle works really well for me. It just feels right. I've got some other ones over there. I've got some Hinkles that I use that I've enjoyed. I use those for years, and they're just different varieties. Like this one I like because see how it's got a little bit of a curve that allows me to rock back and forth very quickly, very easy, and yeah, it makes chopping pretty easy. Now, if I wanted to do something like chicken,
Yeah, buddy.
I want a big one like this. So this one's got some heft to it, so I can really get in there and cut chicken and all that stuff. Then again, you can get a nice. This one isn't actually mine, but a big long one. As long as this is sharp, as long as your knives are sharp, that's the key. Sharp. Did I mention sharp, 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 sharp? Okay. Let's chop this bad boy up. See? Nice. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm going to push you guys back a little bit. Maybe you can see a little more. How's that? Is that better? I think it might be better. All right. Now, sweet potatoes are awesome in so many ways. They are quite easy to cook with. And it doesn't take that long. What is that boy saying? Hi. I guess he's saying hi. I'm not really sure. But yeah, over the years I've found that this has been my favorite knife, Cutco. And it's one of those MLM things, you know. I don't really like those, but this product is really great. So I highly recommend. If you need knives, great thing to do. The main thing is keep them sharp. That is the key. More damage is done by dull knives than sharp knives could ever do. Because a dull knife will not cut against whatever it is you're cutting, and it will slip and cut you. And nobody wants that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. So you gotta be careful going in. There we go. So almost done with this one, and then we'll start on round 2 of what we're doing. See, once you get all the vegetables in a soup, depending on what vegetables you're doing, like me, you can put them all in there. Then you start flavoring the whole thing and tying it together. So what I'm going to do a can of tomato paste. Tomato paste. See right there, tomato paste. And what do I want with tomato paste? See, this adds flavor. This adds a cohesion at the bottom. Plus, there's if you use tomato paste and you put it in a pan with a little bit of oil and let it just spread it out on the bottom of the pan and let it cook for a minute, it kind of burns a little bit. It's called the Maillard reaction, and it brings out the sugars in the tomato, and it thickens and deepens and gives a little smokiness to the sauce. And then you mix it around and do it again and let it do that for a little bit. You're adding a ton of flavor, which is awesome. This probably won't be able to do that because I've got so much in here already. But I do want to make that the base of flavor.
You want to sing the garbage truck song to the people? Is that what you wanted? Yeah.
Oh, then this is going to be awesome. See, he sings garbage truck. He doesn't quite have...
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. He may not have the TR quite right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you
Okay.
Declan.
Did you want to sing the garbage truck song to them? Go ahead. Garbage. Garbage.
Relax.
Driving through the town, pushing cans up off the ground. Garbage.
Oh,
Well, now it's gone from.
It's
gone
ducks.
from fucks
He
to
used to put trucks. It was no TR. It was an F, and he was singing it, and it's quite funny actually.
Justice in here.
You can imagine how funny that could be. So, all right. So now I've got my tomato paste in here,
Crazy.
and I'm gonna mix everything around. Get that tomato paste all mixed up in there. I need to get this. Good night, buddy. I forgot to give you a kissy. Do I get a kissy? Where's my kissy? Thank you, buddy.
Oh my god, my arms.
What's happening?
He's heavy, and he's moving.
Wow.
Try lifting a 30-pound moving weight.
I don't think I could. All right.
There's already ice in your water.
Oh, this is
already ice.
really good.
Upstairs.
So I've got tomato in there. Now, if I really want to make it a tomatoey based kind of thing, I need to put a little bit more in there. And I'm not sure if I want to do that here. Hold on a second. Everybody's saying stuff here. Okay, Sunday cooking stream is such a fun thing to watch. Well, let's try. Something cool. What it?
He's walking up the stairs.
Wow, good job, buddy. Good job. Woo! Yeah, you're doing great.
All right, go for it, dude.
Everyone else getting intense static noises? You're getting static from me? From my mic? Hold on a second. What's going on here? Alright. Is it better now? Or is it messed up? Something going on?
There we go.
Still like a waterfall?
Strong, lovely.
Damn. Okay.
Strong,
Hold on. Let me check something. Yeah, I mean it's all everything's attached. Hold up. Let me do this. I'm just gonna have to go with built-in microphone. Alright. Switch it for a second. I'm going to the built-in microphone. Are we good there? Is that better? How far the gain is. Maybe I had the gain up or something. I don't know what's going on. All right, we're good now? Is it a little bit better? I mean, this is just the computer mic, so it's a little off. Quieter but audible. Okay, let me try one more thing here. I'm going to check. Gain up, gain down. Let's see, because I've got a nice microphone here, man. What the hell's going on, yo? Let me move this over here. Maybe. I wonder if this being near it did something to it. Let me move this. Okay, I'm going to try something else. Let's see where we go. 1 second. I'm learning as we go. Okay, let's try now. Mic. Okay, here we go. What do you think? Let's see what's going on. Because yes, I had a phone right next to the mic. I moved it over. So if this is better, then we're solid and good to go. We're clear. Okay, it was the phone. Look at that. I didn't know that. Cool. All right, let me turn this down a little bit because it's cooking nicely. I'm not sure I want it to be a complete jumble of goo, so let's turn it down to low, and I'll pop open another can. This is a big can of tomatoes. Huge fan of canned tomatoes. They are so versatile. I get them chopped and just pop them right in. Boom, good to go. I usually chop them even more, but right now I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to throw some kidney beans in here because I like kidney beans. I need to cook them. There we go. So, my mother-in-law doesn't like them, but I do. She can take them out. Okay. There we go. All right, now I've got to be aware of how much stuff I'm putting in there because I need to put water in there. Otherwise, it's not a soup. So I'm going to put some water in there now. All right. I'm going to put a lot more water in there. It's really, really thick. Now, as it cooks, a lot of these vegetables are going to release a lot more, water. There we go. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff to do after. Let's see, everything else is good. The only thing I want to put in. Oh, I'm going to put in some kale. Kale. I'm not a huge kale guy, but my wife loves sauteed kale, and I love sauteed kale is really good. Like sauteed greens are really tasty. So throw a couple of handfuls into your soups and stuff. It's great. Nothing wrong with that. A little more vitamin. Just don't throw it in a freaking smoothie. That's just nasty. I'm sorry. That's just awful. It makes Jesus cry. I'm telling you, it's just terrible. Okay. I've got this. So there's a big stem here. If you have a big stem like that, and you still want to cook it, that's fine. You just got to chop it down a little bit, because who wants to, munch into a big stem like that? Now, I'm going to chop it up even a little bit more. Chop the kale up so it's small. It's not this big leafy green thing that when you get a spoonful of soup, it just kind of sloshes around and ends up on your shirt or something. We don't want that. So, chop, y'all. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Okay, here's something really, really cool. So, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for my studio. Remember, for the podcast, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. If I'm going to paint the back, with my brand colors, or, what I'm going to do. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Beautiful. We're in. So, I decided to let my, as I've told you guys, your subconscious can tell you what to do. So I told my subconscious, I said, let me know what I'm supposed to do here. I just don't really know, right? Oh, man, this is a beautiful, come on. This is just a beautiful looking soup already. Let me show you. How beautiful is that? Let me see if you can get it in there. Can you see it? Does it get in there? No, you can't really see it from there. Hold on. Check this out. There. That a gorgeous freaking soup, right? Right? I mean, come on. Just like that, it's amazing. Check it out, guys. This is cool. Is that not one of the most beautiful soups you've ever seen in your life? That is stunning and gorgeous. Now here's where it gets fun. Okay. So I've got all that in there. Now I'm putting more stuff in there because I've got ground beef. Got to do something with that. And I've got some leftover pork tenderloin that could be really nice in there. Oh, I forgot. I got to put in this. We were up at Hollyhock House up in Hollywood over Barnstall area. And it's amazing. Frank Lloyd Wright house. Oh, my favorite architect, right? And this was there, and it's the most healthy, beautiful, vibrant rosemary I think I've ever had, except for what's in Santa Barbara. And I'm just going to slap that in there. Put that in there, and we are good to go. All right, let me put these away here. I got this trash here. And here. Let's see. All right. So let me show you what we do with this. With ground beef. Wait, it's my favorite brand tonight. Bubble microwave ramen. Hey, you know what? Ramen, I got no problem with that. You know, one of the, I forgot the, which chef it was. I want to say, not Roy Choi, I forgot his name. But what he would do in college, he would take the packet and the dry noodles, and he would just sprinkle the packet over the noodles and crunch them and just eat them that way. He loved that. I've eaten so much ramen. I love ramen. But, you know, when I travel, it's one of my things. I always get a travel, like, cup of soup, no matter where I go. I always have some cup of soup because you can always boil water. And it's just the easiest thing. So when I go to a convention or a con, anywhere, I'm like, I'm going to get a bunch of those. Just in case. All right. Oh, I was talking about my branding and all that stuff. So here's the deal. So what I'm doing, keeping you in suspense is what I'm doing. So here's what I did, guys. I'll tell you right now. I painted the back wall behind me with chalkboard paint. Oh, yeah. So I've got chalkboard paint behind me now. So not next week, but the week after, it'll be good enough. So now when I'm talking or training, everything, whatever my topic is, I just turn around, I write the topic down, and you can see it. It's going to be awesome. I am so excited. All right, so now I have my ground beef. We got ground beef. What do we want to do with the ground beef? Well, we want to make a mess out of it. So I've got my wedding ring. I'm going to put that in my pocket and zip the thing up. Oh, one more. So if you're going to deal with ground beef of some kind, you want to take an egg, crack that in there, because that needs to be in there. And what I like to do also, of course, is knock the camera over. That's what I like to do. How y'all feel about that? Probably not the best thing ever, but hey. All right, you're back. Cool. Good to see you. Breadcrumbs. You can make your own breadcrumbs. We get some gluten-free breadcrumbs because my family needs to be gluten-free. So, a bunch of gluten-free breadcrumbs in there. And a little bit more. That just expands everything, gives you a little bit more to work with. And then you want to season things. Now, I don't usually use these very often, but every now and then, dried chopped onion will work well. Oh, not this one. Do I have another one? Did I get rid of that one? Huh. All right, go. Well then, let's get this one out. So, put a little in there. Just a little flavor. These are pretty big ones, so it'll give a nice flavor. And I want, of course, salt. Some pepper. I'm going to put some white pepper in. A little black pepper in. We're doing it. We're rocking. We're rolling. And got about 15 minutes or so. I can get through this. All right. My hands are clean. Everybody's ready to go. Here we go. So we get in there and we just start mashing stuff up. Mash mashing it up. Yes, I have a towel on my shoulder. That is correct. So we're mashing, we're feeling good. I forgot to put garlic in. I forgot to put garlic anywhere, actually. But that's all right. I'm not spicing the soup up till later. But now that I got the garlic in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and put it all up in there. All up in there. Yeah. Garlic is good. It keeps away the vampires. Vampires. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so now I'm getting nice and messy here with our ground beef. And when you make meatballs, you can do whatever you want with them. I mean, you can, let's bring this up. You can make them big, you can make them small, you can roast them, you can pan sear them, you can do whatever. I'm going to drop them directly into the soup, which I'm going to have to add more water to, because before I add the meatballs to anything, I've got to do my brothing, and I'll explain that in a minute. So mixing this all up, getting it all over the place. I want to make sure all those breadcrumbs are throughout, no big chunks or just a big hunk of breadcrumbs. You know, people at this point, they'd be like, oh, well, you're overworking the meat. You're overworking your meat, Spike. Don't overwork your meat. Whatever you do, don't overwork your meat. So, I don't really care that much because they're going to become meatballs and they're going in a soup. It doesn't really matter. Now does it? Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a second and I'm going to go do the brothing. Okay, now I have broths over there. Hold on. Alright, so here we have a organic, better than bouillon. This is one of my favorites. Now this is a vegetable base. I usually don't use vegetable base. I usually on the chicken or the beef. But I'm feeling, feeling wacky, y'all. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Just like in sex, I am not afraid of some experimentation. Yes, I went there. Okay. Get a big glop of that because each teaspoon or tablespoon, I think it's tablespoon, 1 teaspoon is good for a cup of water. Well, this is like 6, 7 cups of water. So I'm going to put that in there, let that do its thing. That's good. So, yeah, maybe a little more. I'll give it a minute. I'll see. Something else I'm toying with, I may put a little bit of organic miso in there. A little organic miso. I've been playing with that, just putting a little bit of miso in different things. Like I put a little miso in my chili. People are like, what? You did what? Yeah, I did. It adds an umami and a really nice saltiness to things. So, yeah. Do not be afraid of the miso. And I love miso soup, so, I mean, come on. That's so damn good, right? What do we got here? Let's go ahead and chop this up. I have a little pork loin. Remember the pork loin from last week when I did the pork loin, guys? Remember that? I have some left. A little bit. So we're going to chop that down into little cubes because it's not going to last much longer, and I want people to enjoy it because I went through a lot of trouble to make that bad boy, and it's freaking tasty. I mean, it's ridiculously good. So, this is a great way to get rid of any like meats that you don't want. I make soups quite often, and then if people don't eat them, I'll end up freezing them and bringing them back later on down the road because soups are really easy on the freezing. And then you can bring them back, and everybody's happy. And it's like, wow, you worked so hard on this. Yes, I did. Months ago. I'm a freaking genius. It's right there on my card. Spike Spencer, freaking genius. All right. I just realized I had mashed up all of the, ground meat, the raw ground meat, and I just licked my fingers. So, I'll, if things go bad, call somebody. Then again, I do like a good steak tartare. There ain't nothing wrong with that, y'all. Okay. See if I can get some flavor out of this now. See what I'm looking at. I can go for some miso. A little miso, that'll work. People be like, what is that flavor? My steak, I like my steak medium rare. Not just rare, it's right between rare to medium rare, usually. About 135 degrees. Right in there. Okay, that's done. That's done. This goes back in here. Alright. What else are we missing? Let's get some salt in there. A little bit. Alright, let's start making some meatballs. 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 You guys ever seen that Meatballs movie with Bill Murray back in the 70s? Probably not. Let's see. Medium rare, damn straight. Anybody says, yes, I'd like it medium, I go, I'm sorry, what? Medium. I'm sorry, what? I want it well done. What? Alright. Let's start making some meatballs. So you take a little bit of meatball, like that. You roll it in your hand like this. Boop. Done. Meatball. Meatball. Bloop. Drop it right in there. So I'm going to do this about 100 times while I'm chatting with you guys. So you do it kind of in a circle around the top, because on the left, when you start like in a clockwise thing, by the time you're done with that first round, that one's getting done and you can push it down a little bit. Because if I start trying to push anything down right now, I'm just going to get, broken up meat, and it's not going to be good. And nobody will be happy. There'll be lots of tears and, fights, and that'd be terrible. Heat up some beef jerky at that point. That's right. Now, don't get me wrong, I love some beef jerky. When I was living in Houston, I would go to auditions in Austin all the time. And there was a place off of I-10 just before you take the turnoff to go north up to Austin. And it was just this beef jerky place. And I would go there and oh my God. It was the best beef jerky on the planet. It was just amazing. And it's not leathery. It wasn't leathery. It was really, it was thicker. It was like a 1/4 inch thick. And it was like I don't know, man. It was just so good. I miss that. I'm just saying. If you're one of my Texas friends, you know what I'm talking about. Alien Jerky. Really, I haven't gone there yet. I've been by there many times, and I was like, I don't know. Seemed a little weird, but what'd you think? Was it good? Oh, it was good. Okay, got it. I hears you. See, the sad thing is about me making soup like this tonight, now, it's almost 8 o'clock. It's going to take another, little while for this to cook. And then I got to let it cool down. I'm not going to be able to put this away. Which is actually fine. I will let soups like this, I'll just put a cover on it and just let it sit overnight, because nothing's going to happen. No oxygen gets in there. And it just seeps, really. Which is really pretty damn good. And then I just heat it up again. Takes care of everything. Really good ahi tuna. What? Really? Okay, yeah. I had some really interesting jerky when I was up in Alaska, and they had all kinds of different jerkies, elk and Sasquatch. I don't know what all it was. But when you're up there, you just eat it because it's not eating you. That's all I'm saying. So, these are looking good, man. I'm serious. I'm super cereal. These are looking great. So anyway, that's what's going on. Oh, I hired somebody to put me together a 10-minute countdown for the beginning of the Twitch stream. I don't have any idea how to make it happen, but I'm gonna get that done, and that way I can start looking more professional. And I have just secured another guest for my podcast. I have some big ass names that you guys know. Oh my gosh. I got producers, I got voice actors, I got some serious people. Because a lot of my friends are into personal growth and self-help. That's why they're successes. That's what I try to tell everybody, teach you guys. It's like you've got to be in there. You've got to have a coach. You've got to, you want to do something, get a coach. You want to build a business, you might want a coach. So I'm coaching somebody right now, and she's an entrepreneur, and it's like she needs to know what I know. And Kim is starting to take off. She's coaching a NASA scientist right now. That's pretty freaking cool, I think. If you don't think that's cool, I don't know what's wrong with you then. Cause man, that's something wrong with you. Just saying. So catch the next guest coming in. Oh yeah. Well, the guests will be for the podcasts for the most part. But some of them will come over again, and I'll hang out and do some dinner stuff as I get this figured out a little bit more. But yeah, that's just for. It was fun to have Todd and Heather come over and just hang out, because Heather comes over all the time. She was here last night. But hey, Carlin, what's up? So yeah, we're gonna have some really cool people, and you're gonna love it. So hey, what was that? Don't you be bubbling out on me. I will smack you down. Bish, I will tell you. Okay, hold on, Alright, I'll turn it down a little bit. When your food starts talking to you, man, I'm telling you, some amazing accomplishments under your belt. We do, it's funny. I was just I was doing a media for my appearance at Supernova coming up, and they're like, oh, you've done this, you've done that, like, you've done hundreds of roles. I'm like, yeah, I've done a crap ton of roles, and what you see on IMDb is about half, because a lot of things don't make it to IMDb. So people are like going, well, these are only the roles you've done. It's like, no. And in some of these, when they say various, you do like 5 different voices. Maybe a 1 line here, 2 lines there, but they're all different roles. So you can go, I got hundreds. But everybody counts things differently. But anyway, I'm on my last 2 meatballs, y'all. Let's get it on. Here we go. All right, I'm going to go wash my hands, and we're almost done. Well, it's 8, but... Anybody wants to chit-chat a little longer? Let me clean this up right quick, and let's see how we're doing here. I think the weird thing is, I cook for the house. I cook for everybody because I love to cook, right? And, they'll buy a bunch of vegetables. And I'm like, we're leaving in like 2 days. Like, all these vegetables are going to go bad. So I have to do something. And so that's why I'm doing this big soup. And then I'll, of course, freeze it. Okay, hey. You stop that now. You stop being a douche. Be a good soup. You be a good soup now. Don't you give these nice people a hard time. You're a good soup and we love you. Okay. There you go. And move this over a little bit. Sometimes just by moving a pot a little bit, you get the heat is like under one side and it starts to all come up on one side. So I moved it a little bit. Turn down just a hair. All right. Now let's see where we are, y'all. I'm not going to taste it right now. Not yet. But I may put some more bouillon. I may put some beef bouillon in there. Or I may put another... watch out. I may put another can of tomato paste. So certain things you need to have in your pantry at all times. One is tomato paste. Have 2 or 3 cans of that. Or at least a little tube. If it's just you, have a tube that you can keep in the fridge. It keeps for a very long time, and you can just kind of squeeze it like a teaspoon at a time if you need it. You got to have that. You got to have various bouillons, and you want to get good stuff. You want organic stuff. You don't want to get powdered stuff that has, basically it's just MSG. Does this have MSG? Nope, no MSG. It's just good stuff, and it's organic. That's a point. You want to have some cornstarch, which I don't have right now, because that thickens things up, and it's super easy to do. And I would, I'm going to be closing up here in just a minute. And I would say, because when you have cornstarch, go with the organic, because corn is the stuff that they really, really use a lot of pesticides on stuff. So, and stay away. Just try to go organic all you can, man, because it's just getting worse. But those kind of things, so you can always be ready for a soup or something. And actually, I think I put it in the book Food Game. I have a dish I call the thick Italian. I know, right? And it's the Maillard reaction, what I was telling you about. It's just taking a little bit of olive oil in a pan. Obviously, always add olive oil after the pan is hot, or at least medium-high heat. And you put the olive oil in, then you take the tomato paste and you slather it all around and let it brown a little bit. And then you add, you boil up some pasta, and you just throw the pasta directly into that after you put some garlic, some fresh basil, and some salt. Just pan saute it all up together, and you've got this thick pasta that is to die for. Fantastic. Hey, what's up, Cagato? No problem, man. Well, I'm getting ready to get on out of here, and she's okay though, right? Okay, good. Close shaves are better than the bad parts. So awesome. Glad you guys are okay. So I am finishing up here. There's not much left to do, but let this cook, let it simmer. And then I adjust the flavors as I go. So when you taste it, you go, okay, it needs more tomato sauce, I'll put some more tomato paste in there. Or if it needs more salt, put some more salt, or some miso, or some more broth. If it's too salty, a couple of things. If you have a soup that is too salty and you have a potato, take the potato, cut it in like 4 chunks, throw the potato in there, let it sit for about 20 minutes, then remove the potato. The potato will suck in the salt, which is very cool. But then you can always add some vinegar to offset, some of the thing, and then some sugar as well to offset too salty, etc. You can play with it around. But once you know the basics, guys, like I said, I don't use recipes on almost anything. I'll look at a recipe and go, okay, I got it, and then I'll do it my way with those parts in there. Been streaming for 1 hour and 3 minutes. What? Cool. So I know my streams are a little bit shorter, I guess, than most, but I'm not gaming. So, that's the thing. Yeah, check out the Discord. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to taste it as I go, but it's like right now I'm going to let those meatballs cook a little more. Then I'll taste it and check it and tweak it, and I'll be done. So that is fresh vegetable soup for you. I hope you have a wonderful evening and even better tomorrow, and I will see you on my next stream. Remember, Tuesday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard. All right? See you later.